is Ali, and welcome to my channel. We are back with Mystic Destiny Serendipity of Aeons, Shinji's route. Let's go. Shinji's instructions were easy to follow, so I found the bridge he told me to meet him at in no time. I glanced at my watch. I'm a little early, so I'll just wait here. I watched the people passing by for a while, knowing how bundled up they are compared to me. In turn, they seem to stare at my exposed shoulders that appear to defy the December weather. I like that shirt. I like how, they change the outfits, which is really cool too, like even in different routes. Because, this wasn't in any of the other routes that we've done. Well, they actually do. I wanted to look nice for Shinji, so hiding under tons of layers wasn't an option. Instead, I tried a spell I've been practicing that warms the air just around me, and it was a success. Why can't I talk? After a few minutes pass, I start to get nervous that maybe I read the instructions wrong after all. I reach into my bag to pull out my phone when I hear Shinji's voice. Hey. I look up to see Shinji approaching me and smile at him. Hey. When Shinji gets closer, I squint up at him against the morning sun. So, where are we going? Why, we're jumping off a bridge, of course. Right. I stare back at him, waiting for his expression to change, when I realize that he is completely serious. The smile fades from my face when he holds out his hand. Trust me? My heart begins to speed up as the gravity of the situation takes hold. Looking only at his smiling face, I reach out one shaking hand to take hold of his. I give him a faint nod. The second our skin touches, I feel a static jolt run through my whole body as at his touch. Did he feel that too? Mostly my mind is filled with the sensations of first real contact with Shinji. Doesn't seem like it fazed him much. How big his hand is. How his fingertips feel a little rough as he grips tighter on my hand. I imagine how years of guitar playing must have taken its toll on his otherwise soft skin. See, now his eyes almost look a little pinkish. In some of it looks gray, but now it looks a little pinkish. It's interesting. My heart is beating wildly at the small squeeze he gave my hand, and my face starts to feel warmer than the air around me. Thankfully, Shinji doesn't appear to notice. He looks down at me, the red tips of his long hair falling over his shoulders. Ready? I can't seem to get any words out, so I just nod. Shinji climbs onto the bridge railing, and I swallow before doing the same. Shinji takes a single step off, pulling me with him. I don't feel anything. No sensation of falling, nothing except my hand in Shinji's. I'm too scared to open my eyes, though. Shinji chuckles. You can open your eyes now. I almost want to shake my head no, but then I realize we must not be falling, somehow. If he can talk to me like this. So I open my eyes. I gasp when I do, though. What? How? We jumped off a bridge. So how? Shinji lets go of my hand, and I immediately miss the sensation. Under that bridge is a specially designed portal that'll transport anyone to Choa instantly. There's many different ways into the district, and that's probably one of the faster ones. I usually take that entrance when I'm with Takumi, but I thought it might be fun to show you a more exciting way than just walking in. Don't worry, I'll show you other less impressive entrances later. Are you ready to eat? After all that excitement? Yeah, actually. Cool. Let's stop by Blue Sky then. When we walk into the cafe, we're greeted by Tatsuya, of all people. Welcome to Blue Sky. Table or booth? You work here, Tatsuya? Why else would I be asking that question? This cafe is owned by Tatsuya's mom. Oh, I see. A woman approaches us then, probably overhearing the commotion between guest and host. Shinji! The beautiful blue-haired woman that appears takes Shinji's hand in hers, and I feel a faint, unpleasant pang in my chest. As the two smile at each other and exchange greetings, I glance at Tatsuya. It's then I see an uncanny resemblance with the woman talking to Shinji. Hey, is this your sister, Tatsuya? Nope. Oh, I like you. I'm Tatsuya's mother. Wow, you look so young. Dragons age slower than humans, so it's a common mistake. Way too common. Mother, you seem to have things under control here, so I'll just go to the back. Without sparing us so much as a glance, Tatsuya walks off into the kitchen. Sorry about that. Tatsuya is... We know. Chisaki shows us to a table near a window. As we sit down, I introduce myself and explain that I'm Shinji's partner in class. Well, it was nice to meet you. I'll get your order in then. Have fun with your date, Shinji. I almost spit out the water Chisaki poured for us. Chisaki herself just floats away without a care in the world. I dare a glance at Shinji to see what he thinks of what she said. But Shinji just chuckles and gives me his usual smile. Don't take her too seriously. One of her hobbies seems to be teasing people. In an effort to return my face to some semblance of a normal color, I decide to change the subject. So, we have Professor Cosmo's class today. Yeah. You know, I've never forgotten how he just attacked me in my first class with him. I looked down into the glass of water I'm still holding. I used to be nervous about going to his class before. I know it's silly, but I thought he might randomly attack me again. I think it's only natural that you felt like that towards Hikaru. While I don't think he'd attack you like that again, if you still feel nervous, you can just start sitting next to me in class. Thanks, Shinji. Our food comes then, delivered by a waitress. I'm about to dig in when I see an adorable young girl and boy walk in. It's our sister. I drop my fork into my eggs. Something wrong? Ko? The girl looks over at me and our eyes meet. I know for sure now that this is my little stepsister. She walks over to our table and the boy with her follows. Munchie? How are you here? How are you here? I think I see Shinji's amused face out of the corner of my eye as he shoves some steak into his mouth, but I ignore it. I'm here because this is Yuki's mom's place. Why are you here? Because Shinji brought me here. Wait, did you say Yuki's mom? Are you Tatsuya's brother? Yeah, who are you? Oh, I still remember the last route, how we met this kid. If you haven't seen it, look back into my old videos with doing Tatsuya's route. It was a lovely first introduction, I guess you can say, first impression kind of thing with this kid. Anyway, this is my older sister. Well, stepsister. Really? I didn't know you meant that, Munchie. I'm Toshiyuki. Just, Yuki's fine. I'm Keio's boyfriend. What? You have a boyfriend? There's just too much for me to take in right now, and I place a hand on my head to steady myself. But Keio just steps closer and looks Shinji right in the face. Are you Munchie's boyfriend? Shinji swallows his food and starts to reply. No, nothing like that. Yet? Keio, weren't you guys on a date or something? It's not much of a date at your mom's It's not much of a date at your mom's cafe. I don't know why you like coming here so much. Because Mrs. Yukimura is awesome. And she also always gives us free stuff. And it's so pleasant here. But you're right, Munchie. I'll give you guys some space, okay? I'll call you later to talk more. Nice meeting you, Mr. Rocker Guy. Keio waves at us and grabs Yuki by the arm, pulling him off to another table. I exhale, head spinning from all that just happened. Shinji only lets out a curious before going back to eating his food. I just try to focus on finishing my food so we can make it in time for our class later. Keyword, try. Only a few minutes later, I'm staring out the window when I notice something, or rather someone, with white hair staring at us at the other side of the road. I'm going to take a drink because my throat's kind of icky right now. Allergy sucks. We went to the zoo the other day with my son a couple days ago, so the allergies from that. It's giving me trouble. I inhale, trying to tell Shinji what I'm seeing, and the food goes straight down my throat. I start oh my god. I start choking. Shinji glances at me, then refills my empty glass with water with a wave of his hand. I grab it and drink the water as fast as I can. Thanks. It's that guy again. Look. I point to the window, and even though I should have expected it, I'm still frustrated when I see he's not there anymore. Shinji stares out the window a bit longer, a look of concentration on his face. I have no idea what he's watching, but at least he seems to be taking me seriously. At last, he sighs and looks back at me. If you see him show up again, when I'm not around, just call me, and I'll be there as soon as I can. Thanks, but don't you think that's a bit excessive? Maybe, but as the saying goes, better safe than sorry. I nod and get back to eating, though my appetite is hardly there anymore. We finally manage to finish our lunch in peace and leave for Hajiwara. Shinji and I step into the classroom together and find some seats in the front. I'm a little nervous sitting all the way at the front of Hikaru's class, but when I look at Shinji, my nerves calm down. We're a bit early, so students are still coming in. I settle in my seat and start to pull out my books, but then I hear, shit. I look up to see Shinji standing up and my heart starts to speed up. What's wrong? Sorry, there's an emergency. I gotta deal with it. Before I can say a word, Shinji is already headed out the door. My God. I feel my entire mood go down as soon as he leaves my sight. I haven't seen him like that before. I hope everything's all right. Hikaru walks in the door shortly after. I'm actually happy when class begins just because it distracts me from my sudden loneliness. Sorry, I'm really derping today. Hikaru immediately launches into his lecture. Today's topic is about a race that is often misunderstood and discriminated against. Demons. Demons? There are demons? That sounds scary. Demons, like vampires, suffer because of old myths and legends that abound about them. Humans and even other supernaturals tend to fear them because of their reputations. But the fact is that they're not much different from any other supernaturals. Hikaru, who had previously been leaning against his desk, starts to pace slowly in front of the class. Demons are descendants of corrupted gods. Yes, that sounds scary, but demons can vary in power and personality, just as much as humans. While for the most part they stay in their realm, sometimes they do come to ours. Hikaru looks at each and every one of our eyes seriously as he speaks, but they are not inherently evil. A student speaks out then, and Hikaru's piercing eyes dart to her. He has gorgeous eyes. I would love those eyes to look at me. Then why do they all hang out in Yoru with the vampires? Vampires feed on us. That's a fact. It is a fact, but it's a rare vampire that risks jail for fresh meat. Oh, right, for a fresh meal. Why did I say meat? Derp, anyway. And the actions of vampires have nothing to do with the demons. Demons and vampires are all over the world, not just in Yoru. I don't know. But the ones that live in Yoru do so precisely because of the discrimination and hate and fear they suffer. They probably find a sort of acceptance in Yoru, amongst other outcasts who don't have a reason to be scared of them. I gingerly raise my hand then, at the risk of sounding like a dumbass. Hikaru looks at me and nods. We are going to ask, are any other races seen as dangerous? Are any other races seen as dangerous? Beyond anything else, gods. They are the most powerful being of all. Unlike the others, though, gods are both feared and respected for their power. Although not all gods are of equal power, some have stronger abilities and thus are potentially more dangerous. Remember that even the weakest of the gods can still be more powerful than anything else. But most gods are ruled by divine magic, which thrive on order. So they don't interfere with us.
Most gods?
Yes, most. There is but one who is outside in order... redo. There is but one who is outside. That sounds so weird. There is but one. Okay. There is but one who is outside in order and everything else. The god of chaos. Hikaru looks over the class with a severe expression. It is relatively safe to call on gods for help, but it doesn't mean they'll answer. In fact, usually they won't. If they do listen and grant whatever it is you asked for, it will be very straightforward. You might even regret it. So my advice to everyone here in this class, do not try to call for the god of chaos. If he does decide to answer, the results are highly unpredictable.
What?
The god of chaos? A strange chill runs through my whole body. That sounds dangerous. As Hikaru speaks, I start writing notes down on everything he said. This world just keeps getting larger. There's so much I don't know yet. By the end of class, my wrists feel a little sore, but I'm excited when I think of all the new things I've learned. I can talk to Shinji about it when I see him again. I mean, yeah, he probably already knows a lot of it, but I'm starting to see how wonderful this world is. Even the little things just add up to something bigger, and I can't wait to share it with Shinji. As soon as I walk out of the building, I see Takumi standing off to the side.
Oh, hey, were you waiting for me?
Yep. Shinji called me and asked if I could walk you home. On account of Mr. Eyepatch, who I heard came to visit you today.
I see. Thanks. Do you happen to know where Shinji had to go earlier? He dashed out of class and said something about an emergency.
No, he didn't say anything about it, at least.
I see. I'm just scared it might have been something serious.
Why don't you just text him and ask him? Them, not him, whatever.
Yeah, I think I should. Takumi and I start walking out of the university campus and I begin to message Shinji. Within moments a reply comes back and I read it out loud. Yeah, everything's sorted out. At work now. I didn't even know he had a job.
Do you want to see him? I know where he works.
You do? All right then. Yeah, I'm curious to see where he works anyway. We continue walking until we reach the parking garage area. Takumi asks me to wait on the sidewalk soon enough he pulls up on a white scooter.
Get on. We're going to Chowa.
Oh, we're not jumping off a bridge, are we? Takumi laughs and I sit behind him.
So he took you to that entrance. Nice. Nah, we'll go another way. Just hang on tight, okay? Like, seriously. Press up as close to me as you want.
Oh god, Takumi. Wow. I like his jacket though. That leather jacket's nice. I like how the zipper's on the side too. That's pretty cool. I hesitate for a moment at what he said, but I'm forced to throw my arms around Taku when he starts the engine. Within seconds, we're speeding off into the evening. When we get to Chowa, Takumi looks for a spot to park his scooter. I'm fidgety and nervous when I think about how Shinji might react to me just showing up at his workplace. Is this super weird or stalkery? I hope he doesn't think so. As we pass the crowds on the street, golden sunlight reflects off white hair. But it's not Takumi's. It's him again. I don't say anything this time, though, and I make sure I don't look away. I'm determined to see how long he stands there, and if he'll disappear in front of my eyes. Takumi parks the scooter near the sidewalk, then turns to face me. That's weird.
So, that took so long. Traffic sucks at this time of day.
The man's eyes suddenly go wide. and he starts running. I spin to face Taku, pointing in the direction I just saw the man. It's him! The guy with the eye patch just ran off. I'm actually going to let you guys go here. I hope you are enjoying, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!